Hello, I'm Alfie, and today I'm going to be talking about everything new in Splatoon 3. Firstly, let's talk about weapons. All weapon types from Splatoon 2 will be staying in Splatoon 3, but almost all weapons have been given a fresh reskin, such as the regular splash shot, which now looks like this. Additionally, 2 new weapon types have also been introduced. The stringers, that work like a bow would, and also have a vertical and charged shot, as well as having a horizontal shot at default, and also splatanas, sword-like weapons that too have a charged attack. Now let's talk about extra abilities, such as sub/special weapons and new abilities, etc. Some specials we'll be seeing in Splatoon 3 include returning specials from Splatoon 2, which are Ultra Stamp, Inkjet, Tented Missiles, Booyah Bomb, and Inkstorm. Plus, new specials like Reef Slider, a rideable shark which moves forwards and explodes, Wave Breaker, a ball in a basket which creates shockwaves that cause damage and need to be dodged by enemy players, the Tacticooler, a mini fridge that supplies 4 in-game drinks for you and your teammate, and it also gives speed power-ups, and a few which haven't been revealed. Now let's talk about stages. Stages for Splatoon 3 are split into 3 groups: Splatlands, so Splatoon 3, Inkopolis, Splatoon 2, and Greater Inkopolis from the first Splatoon game. For the Splatlands we have Scorch Gorge, Hagglefish Market, Eeltail Alley, Mincemeat Metalworks, Undertow Spillway, and from Greater Inkopolis we have Hammerhead Bridge, Museum d'Alfonsino, Mahi Mahi Resort, and returning from Splatoon 2 is Mako Mart, Sturgeon Shipyard, Wahoo World, and Inkblot Art Academy. Now, I have a bit of a problem. So Splatoon 3 comes out in 2 days, and I've only done a couple of the new features coming. So I'm going to briefly explain the rest of the features, and I could maybe make a new video on extra things coming after its release, which will also give me more info to put in the video. Thank you. Customization. There's 16 hairstyles for Inklings, 16 hairstyles for Octolings. Hairstyles are no longer bound to specific genders. Eyebrow customization is now available, but is bound to genders. There is new splash tags which appear when you start a match, and you can customize with badges, backgrounds, and other things. Lockers. You can display things in there, very useful, things you can pick up from Salmon Run, just Hot Lanterns, etc. You can also customize the hairstyle of your little buddy. The Splatfest for Splatoon 3 are different with the fact that there is now 3 teams, seeing as there's now 3 different idols, which I'll explain later. Tricolour Turf War is a new feature which will only be available in the second part of the Splatfest. The winning team starts in the middle with 4 of their members. Two people from the other team come from opposite sides and try to get the ultra signal from the middle. The team which captures the ultra signal successfully will get a certain area covered with their ink, and gives them a very big advantage. If you fail to get the ultra signal, the best advice I could probably give is just to try and get as much turf as possible anyway. Now let's talk about the plaza. There's now 4 shops. Hotlantis with the shopkeeper Melody. That's a general store where you can pick up items for your locker, splash tags, and etc. Ammonites, which is still run by Sheldon, is still the weapons shop. Mr. Coco runs Crush Station, which is the shoe shop. New shop is Mano Wardrobe, which is run by Jill LaFleur, and that is the clothes shop. Not Couture is run by Gnarly Eddie and Nails, and that is for headgear. You now pay for weapons using new Sheldon licenses, and other stuff you can find around the plaza is the recon guy, so you can now explore any stage at your as much as you like. There's this mailbox is still here, and for some reason merch is still here, but for some reason he's grown up. The new idols are called Big Man, Shiver, and Fry. They run the news show Anarchy Splatcast. Now let's talk about the new lobby. You can now find ghosts of your online friends, and you can drop in on them whilst in the practice room. Anarchy Battle has replaced Ranked Battle, and you can choose different options, series or open, depending if you want to play with friends or not. You can join as an entire squad and be on the same team. Judd's still there. You can find the locker rooms there. You can practice whilst waiting for your team to fill up. You can now also view replays of your recent battles. And you also have a Splatoon 3 specific username and an ID number to go with it. Your ID number will change if you change your in-game username. There's also a new game called Table Turf Battle, which is basically Turf War but a board game. There's 150 cards to collect, all of which have different shapes that you can place down. You can find it down an alleyway, and I think it's just a cool extra feature, which is pretty neat. Salmon Run Next Wave. You can now find king salmonids after you finish the 3 waves, which you have to damage and then with your golden eggs by shooting them out of a cannon. Anyway, those can drop fish scales that you can redeem for more rewards. Big Run is another feature which happens once every few months, where salmonids invade regular battle courses. There's also new bosses and a practice room just like the one in the lobby where you can wait for your team to fill up. Now let's talk about the new hero mode, Return of the Mammalians. The Octarians have become infected with furry goo, and so is the place where it's based, Alterna. Your little buddy helps in story mode and is immune to the goo. You enter by going where capital cuttlefish is under a manhole. You play as Agent 3, but apparently not the same one as from Splatoon 1. You also see Agent 4 from Splatoon 2. I think it looks pretty cool, and I won't spoil anything, but I have been had a lot of stuff ruined by all the leaks going around. Now let's talk about save data bonuses from having Splatoon 2 data on your Switch. You start with 3 Sheldon licenses, which you can use at Ammonites. You have a higher rank in Anarchy battles, depending on what rank you had in Splatoon 2. You have skill-based matchmaking with people at similar skill levels from Splatoon 2, and you can do anarchy battles from the start, no matter what level you are. Finally, Splatnet 3. This is going to be available through the Nintendo Switch Online app. Again, it has the Splatnet Gear Shop, and replacing the ink journey thing with the wallpapers and stuff, there's now Krusty Sean's Wonder Crust. Krusty Sean is the food guy from the last Splatoon game, and yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Generally, it seems the same as Splatoon 2-1, but with a different design. It looks pretty clean, not gonna lie. Thank you so much if you watched until now. This took quite a while to make, even though I did have to sacrifice a lot of good editing. It's currently 8:40 right now, the night before Splatoon 3 comes out. If you have watched until now, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.